Hello, friends, and welcome back to Facebook Ad Fridays. I'm your host, Kerry Knoll. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. And this episode's about how to connect the Facebook Conversions API to ClickFunnels. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. And if you get any good value out of this video, please hit the like at any of the places you may be watching from, whether that's LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube. All right, I appreciate that. So with that being said, let's dive into what I want to share with you. It's not going to take very long. Hopefully we'll have a little bit quicker experience than we did yesterday. We won't have to wait for anything to update. Let's give it a shot here. So let me show you my screen here with my Facebook. Basically, this is inside of the business data sources under the events manager, right? So the way I got there was through this hamburger menu here on the left. If you click on it and then click on events manager, you end up here with either one pixel, no pixels, or all your pixels, depending on how many you have. Now, what I want to do is I want to actually connect one of my pixels, or maybe more than one of my pixels, via the Conversions API, which is Facebook's workaround for the ability to track user behaviors on websites and such using an API, which is application programming interface, which is server to server code, versus the Facebook pixel, which is a JavaScript, basically cookie is what they call it, that reports information back that people can opt out of using iOS 14 plus updates. So how do we do this? If you pick any one of your pixels, or the only pixel you may have, come over to the settings tab. And then once you click on settings, you're going to see some information, right? And if you scroll on down here, you should have turn on automatic advanced matching. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you enable that by clicking that to on. That's just something that you should be doing anyway. So I wanted to share that with you. And if you keep on coming down here, under event setup, we have track events automatically without code, right? So this is your metapixel can find and report on valuable website events such as purchases or registrations based on your site traffic, button text, or page metadata. This feature can help you set up events without having to install code. You can choose to turn this functionality on or off. Learn more here. So we want to make sure that's turned on there as well. And then we have Conversion API showing here. And then this is set web events directly from your server. Set up the Conversions API gateway. Then if we keep on scrolling down here, we have this set up manually, right? You can set up the Conversions API by following step-by-step guide. And there's a get started button for that. Or you can just click this generate access token. If I click on that, it's going to present me with a very long string of characters that you see here. And when you hover over it, it says copy to clipboard. So we can just easily click copy to clipboard. Then what we're going to do is we're going to head on over to our ClickFunnels account. Once inside our ClickFunnels account, we want to make sure we're in the account settings. We get there by hovering over our name or our business name in the top right, then coming to account settings and clicking on that. That brings us to this default page for account details. We scroll on down here to integrations under the setup option. We'll click on integrations. And you can see I already have several integrations already established here, including Facebook API in two different instances for example purposes here. So what I want to show you is how to do this. So we step by step go through this by clicking this add new integration button. And then we have to click on Facebook because that's what we're trying to connect to. And then once we do that, we have to give it an integration name. So it already is warning me you already have an integration for Facebook. You can edit it if you prefer. I can add another one if I want. It's not going to harm anything as long as I'm not messing around with it with any of my funnels. So therefore, I'm just going to put it in here, Facebook. And I usually just abbreviate CAPI, Conversion API. And if you wanted to, you could give it like another name. Like I'm going to put CAPI2 here. And then, of course, you could have the Facebook account ID that's associated to if you wanted to make it a little clearer about which one this is for. If you know the business name, you could just put that in here too. You could have, instead of 2, I could put business name. Something like that if you have more than one and you want to deal with more than one of these integrations. So connect integration is next step. And then once this loads, it's going to basically take me over to Facebook, and I'm going to have to, you previously linked ClickFunnels integration app to Facebook. You will not see that if you haven't done this yet. What you would see instead is if I click on settings, this is what you would see. What is ClickFunnels integration app allowed to do? And it would step you through step by step of the things it wants permission for. In this case, managing ads for accounts that you have access to. So you want to make sure that's yes. And then we click done. And it says now you've linked ClickFunnels integration app to Facebook. And we'll click OK. And it'll take us back to ClickFunnels. And then give us a message here. Facebook was successfully created or connected, really is what it should say. And we're all finished with the integration. And then the next step for us is to actually add our integration to a domain itself. So we come down to our domains, load up the domains page, pick a domain. If you only have one, it'll be the only one. If you want to do another one, you can do that as well. I'll pick this one at the very bottom. I don't think it's already connected with the Facebook conversion API. And then under each of the domains, you're going to see this option that says Facebook conversion pixel. It really should say conversion API instead of pixel. It would make more sense. We're going to expand that, and it says there is no conversion pixel set for this domain. So we're going to click add. Then we're going to actually click on the integration we want to set up. In this case, we have the 3 different integrations because I have 3 different ones installed. This is my primary. This one I used as a example for someone else at one point. And then, of course, we have the Facebook Cappy business name. This is the one I just added. So I'm going to add this one. And then it's going to allow us to pick any of our pixels. So it brings every pixel we have in our account into our ClickFunnels in order to pick whatever pixel we want to connect to. So if we want to connect to, let's just say this test 2 pixel, we can do that. And then we just have to paste in that token we copied. So we can do Control V to paste it. And as long as it's still copied to your clipboard, this is what it's going to look like. It's this long string of characters, or what they call a token. And then we're going to click save. And after we do that, we should say your token appears to be valid and then successfully added a Facebook pixel, or in this case, it should say successfully set up or connected to the Facebook conversion API would be more accurate. If we want to expand that to verify, we can see that, yes, it has the Facebook conversions integration name, and we picked the pixel test 2 pixel here for this particular domain. So you have to set this up at a domain by domain basis. And then if you want to change it, you can edit it by clicking change, or if you want to remove it, you just click remove. In this case, I'm going to remove it so I don't forget to do it for this particular domain later. And then you're all set. And then you would go into the funnel, and then you can set that up by going into a page and choosing the actual event for each page. And I'm going to show you how to do that right here, right now. So let's go back to funnels. And I'm just going to choose something like this one, my social posting images store. Let's go there. Let's go to that first page. I'm going to open up this page here, edit page. So I already have the conversion API connected to this particular domain as well. And once the page editor loads, we can come up to settings and then Facebook pixel. Again, probably should say Cappy or conversion API. They're trying to keep it in layman's terms, but it's kind of confusing when it conflicts. And then you can see the conversion pixel integration is connected to this particular pixel. And then we have a Facebook event selected for this page, which is view content. Now, initially, it's going to say no event selected, and you're going to have to select an event. And you have these events to select from: complete registration, lead, initiate checkout, view content, contact, submit application, and add to cart. And in the very first entry point of any website or sales funnel, the very first event you should be picking for the first page of that particular domain should be the view content. Okay, just a FYI on that. And then you save it, click off of it, save it, and you're all set. And now the conversion API has been integrated. ClickFunnels is talking to Facebook with those events through a programming interface directly, server to server. And you don't have to worry about anybody having the capabilities of opting out of that kind of tracking, because it's not going to be an issue if you're using that with the iOS 14 Plus updates. Okay, so that's how it works. That's as easy as it is, and that's all you have to do. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions about that. Again, I appreciate you tuning in, and if you are on YouTube, again, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you get notified when I go live each and every day. as well as hit the like button if you thought you got some good value out of this particular video, whether that be on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day and weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday. Take care.